In a peaceful land of ancient India lives a young man admired by everyone around him. He is intelligent, disciplined, and respected. As the son of a Brahmin, he has learned sacred texts, mastered prayer, and followed every tradition expected of him. Yet something within him remains restless. Though he knows the words of wisdom, they do not bring peace. Though he performs every ritual correctly, fulfillment does not arrive. He begins to sense that knowledge handed down from others may not be the same as truth discovered within oneself. This young man's name is Siddhartha. And when he realizes that his soul remains unsatisfied, he makes a bold choice. He leaves behind his family, his future, and his identity to search for meaning on his own. With his friend Govinda, Siddhartha becomes an ascetic, fasting, meditating, stripping life down to nothing. His body weakens, his ego dissolves, but enlightenment still does not come. When Siddhartha later encounters the Buddha Gautama, he recognizes something extraordinary. The Buddha is calm, complete, and radiant with peace. Govinda chooses to follow him immediately. Siddhartha, however, makes a different decision. He walks away, not because the Buddha is wrong, but because Siddhartha realizes something essential. Truth cannot be taught. Words may describe the path, but they cannot replace the journey. Enlightenment achieved by another cannot be borrowed. Wisdom must be lived. Siddhartha turns toward the world instead of away from it. He learns love from Kamala, desire from pleasure, and success from commerce. He becomes wealthy, admired, and powerful. For a time, life feels full, but slowly, emptiness returns. Pleasure grows repetitive. Wealth feels heavy. Love becomes attachment. Siddhartha realizes he has traded spiritual pride for worldly illusion, and neither has brought peace. One night, overwhelmed by disgust with his life, he leaves everything behind. At the edge of a river, exhausted and broken, Siddhartha nearly gives up on existence itself. But the river remains. Listening to its endless flow, Siddhartha sleeps and awakens changed. He meets Vasudeva, a humble ferryman who listens deeply to the river, not as noise, but as wisdom. Siddhartha stays with him, learning not through instruction, but through attention. The river teaches him that time is an illusion. Past, present, and future exist together. Every joy and sorrow flows into the same current. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is separate. Siddhartha learns that life must be accepted entirely to be understood. When his own son later rejects him and runs away, Siddhartha finally experiences deep human suffering, and in that pain, he gains compassion. Only now does he truly understand love, not as possession, but as freedom. Years pass. Siddhartha becomes calm, present, and whole. At last, Govinda returns, still searching, still disciplined, still unsettled. He asks Siddhartha to explain his wisdom. Siddhartha does not speak in doctrines. Instead, he invites Govinda to listen. In that moment, Govinda glimpses the truth Siddhartha has lived, that all things are connected, that every path is necessary, and that wisdom is not found in words, but in experience. The river flows on, and Siddhartha is at peace. Thank you for joining this reflection on Siddhartha. Some journeys don't point the way forward. They simply invite us to look more closely. If you'd like to hear more reflections like this, consider subscribing for future narrations.